Is it worth spending $3,000 on an AR-15? On this video, we're gonna be going over the Radian Mod 1, and we're gonna be going over the pros, the cons. We're gonna get a little nitpicky towards the end, which I think if you're spending that kind of money, you have the right to nitpick. Let's just go ahead and get the 30-second breakdown out of the way. This is the nicest AR-15 that I own, which it should be. If you're spending that kind of money, it gosh dang better be. But that's gonna check number one box off is this worth that price tag? Is it better? Does it look better? Does it shoot better? Yes to all three. This gun is pretty dang phenomenal, and I was really impressed with it when I shot it, and that was one of my biggest things is, okay, I wanna make sure I'm not just paying for a fancy name or a really nice style. I wanna make sure this thing actually stands out from the rest of the guns, and that's kind of what you're looking for when spending that extra money, going to that next tier. You know, you have your budget tier, your mid tier, your high tier, and then kind of this may be even a class above that, honestly, but you wanna make sure that you're paying in getting that class. Now, what I'm gonna say is, if you are somebody, I want the best of the best, I do not care about budget, then this is probably one of just a couple that I would recommend. This is a really, really good rifle, and you're gonna be incredibly happy with it. But if you're somebody that just wants a really solid rifle, something that's gonna do everything you need it to, but you just can't justify spending that kind of money, then this gun just isn't for you. And that's okay. This is just kind of in a class in its own, and that's okay. But that is in this video what we want to figure out. Is it worth that price tag? Are you just paying for the name? And that's what we're going to be going over with the breakdown. And there is a lot of attention to detail and a lot of things that I didn't even know that Radian does with these guns that really steps it up even more above the rest, which I thought was cool. So I had about a 40-minute conversation with Radian, and I was like, listen, the biggest thing my viewers are going to want to know is what makes this gun stand out? What does this have that these don't? You know, what is my money going towards? And there's a lot of really cool little features that we're gonna be breaking down. Some that you see, some that you don't, some really just kind of just nifty little things that they put in there that I think is pretty cool. And then there are some cons about it as well that I think are really important that we need to discuss, and just the nitpicky stuff that I'm going to hit on as well. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into this. And the build of this gun is one of the things that stood out to me as something pretty cool. They have one person put together your gun. This is not an assembly line gun. This isn't like, all right, I'll put these detents in, hand it off to the next guy, he'll put these detents. One person gets your order, puts your entire gun together, and then sends it off to an entire team that their only job is to sand burrs. But that is what they do. They send it out and they sand every spot and speck to make sure there's not a single burr or anything that is out of place with this gun. And after inspecting this thing, I can confirm the burr guys did a really good job in just making sure this was really sanded down and clean and smooth in all the spots that it should be. Now, the next thing I noticed when I picked this thing up